What's up guys, your Doomsday here. Today we're back again, and in this video we're going to be playing some Wukong in the jungle. So I know it has been a while, but we're finally bringing back the Wukong, and Wukong is still one of the best junglers. And really, Wukong has been one of the best junglers for like as long as I can remember. It has always been a solid pick, and that's for so many reasons. Just because Wukong, you have pretty decent damage, you have super high crowd control with your ultimate, you have decent mobility, plus you provide tankiness for your team. You could pretty much you could fill in a lot of what a team needs from a jungler for the most part. So, for this match, I'm actually just going to clear my red side jungle and then look for a gank onto bot side over there. That's kind of why I'm starting with this camp over here. Just because I want to work my way towards the bottom lane and then look for a gank over there. And I guess my reasoning for like why I want to look for the gank on the bot side over here, it's because kind of looking at these lane matchups over here, kind of looking at like which lanes are most important to get ahead. I think that bot lane is like a super scaly lane. Like if one side gets ahead, it's just going to be a steamroll. So I think that's probably like the most important lane to like win in this match. Like top lane Set versus Urgot, like that's a pretty like, if you could win that lane, that's nice, but it's not as game changing as I think as like winning this bottom lane over here. So that's kind of why I look for an early gank over here. And a mistake that I made is I should have, like, knowing that I want to go for this early gank, I should have switched to a pink ward so I could have scouted out for, like, enemy wards and stuff. So that was a little bit of a mistake, but I get a decent amount of chip damage down onto the enemies and then kind of back off a bit. Just going to head towards the scuttle that just spawned up, so overall, not too bad. Put down a bit of damage. Now should be able to grab this. We have priority in this lane. Unfortunately, our top laner goes down to the Jax over there. So I know what Jax's rotation is. He's doing the same thing that I'm doing. He cleared his red side, looked for a gank onto the side lane, and now he's probably taking scuttle. Or he might be on my blue. Either of those two possibilities are a thing. But unfortunately, they're just super far behind turret, and there isn't too much I could do. So I actually see the Katarina rotating from mid. So I'm trying to see if maybe I can get a good counter gank here. I don't think they realize I'm still inside of there, so I'm able to get a good sneak up behind him. They get a good heal, and actually that Seraphine had a really good heal. And actually flash out, and the reason for that is because I got scared that Katarina got level 5. So that's something to really keep an eye on in like this like early to mid-ish game like situation. Like I guess it's still early game. But like sometimes champs can hit level 5, getting a heal or getting a couple minions in lane. And if Katarina hit level 5 in the middle over there, like that would have been pretty much game over because they would have gotten like 2 extra kills over there. And then would have just steamrolled us, so have to be careful of that. So you can see actually like Katarina level 5. Actually, that's really good from Aurelia. They got a bit lucky there, honestly, with the ult, but that worked out in their favor, I guess. Yeah, but as I said, Jax probably took my blue after he did that top lane gank over there. So now I'm taking this over here. Keep an eye on what's going on in this top side. Trying to get up here in time. Set ulted. Bit early. Seeing if I can get up to this Urgot. They flash away. They still had flash, unfortunately. So wasn't able to get to him, but now I'm going to push this wave up. See if Urgot stays. He's actually over here, and I look for a dive over here. And I actually make a huge mistake over here. So I did not know what Urgot's abilities did, honestly. This was like right after he came out, and I did not realize he had a stun in his kit. So that was a huge mistake. Learned the hard way. He has a nice little stun in his kit. Gonna slowly be learning his abilities throughout this match for sure. But that one was probably my bad for sure. That was a bit of an int. But hey, you learn, you know. You throw sometimes, you learn from it. It happens. Nobody's perfect. But that's all right. We're able to get a kill in mid, actually. That's pretty good. Aurelia seems to be doing pretty well this match. So now, gonna be farming up this red side over here. And really, I'm just waiting for my ultimate to get back off cooldown again, because there isn't too much I can do without ultimate. So I'm taking these camps, and by the time I finish with this, my ult should be off cooldown again, so I can look for another gank onto this duo lane over here. See if I can get in a good kill or two, get in a good knock-up maybe. Keep an eye on the Jax. So I'm pretty sure Jax is probably doing the exact same rotation that I'm doing. He probably went back to his red side jungle because his red side is on the same cooldown as me. So as you can see, like he's on that side of the map. And now looking to see if I can get a good gank, but unfortunately not able to get the angle. So I kind of just reset, pick up my Black Cleaver, and then instead I just save my ultimate for the objectives instead. And now my teammates want to fight for Dragon. I actually don't mind fighting for Dragon in this case because I think Wukong at this stage of the game, like Wukong, Aurelia, like we have pretty good team fight. We have pretty good like crowd control with me, and I can cancel Katarina out of his ult. And overall, I think we do have the advantage in this. Our dual lane has a bit of priority also. So now I'm looking for a counter gank over here. I see the Jax looking for a good engage. I'm able to get onto the Jinx over here, pick him up, and now trying to get this Jax, able to save the Sona, and now gonna be able to head towards the Dragon for sure. So now should be able to pick this up. Katarina has ultimate now, so that's really like the key thing. That's good for Aurelia being able to zone out that Katarina and get the engage onto him. Because I don't have ultimate anymore to cancel Katarina at ult, so that would have been quite a risky fight if Katarina's teammates got back in time. And I did not have ult, but now heading up towards the Herald over here. Me and the Aurelia are both up here. We have pretty decent positioning. We have waves shoved in, not on top side, but I guess mid we have good priority. But looking over there, actually, our side has a pretty decent health advantage. Plus, he has a shop advantage because he just shopped. So, pretty sure that Urgot's looking to recall. So, he's probably not even going to contest this. So, able to grab that Herald over there, which is pretty good. And now, gonna head towards mid lane. Want to see if we can get that first turret with that mid lane over here. So, gonna try and push this wave over here. We should be able to, but unfortunately, this Aurelia looks to reset over here. A little bit annoying because we could have gotten first turret plus first turret like in the mid lane. That would have been huge to get, but that's all right if they want to reset, I guess. I'm looking for this bot lane gank over here now. Seeing if I can get a good engage. Able to get the ult onto the Seraphine. Pick him up, and now I could just Herald on the bot side, and we can try and grab this instead. So I did have to burn ult again, so it is, again, got to be cautious of Katarina ult. They try and get an ult in, but we just have so much damage that they can't out-damage 3 of us at once. So, able to get first turret. That's looking pretty good. Able to get first turret. That Herald came of good use, and now can go back, farm up my jungle. And see what's going on. But, looking at these team comps over here, something that I want to point out is I think Jax is also one of those champs that just, as you can see, Jax is very, very strong. And especially with the new tank items that just came out, I think Jax also benefits from him a lot. I think a lot of people don't realize that it's not only like pure tanks that benefit from him. There are a lot of other champs that also benefit from him. So like Olaf, Jax, I think are 2 champs that are like bruisers that like really benefit from him also. Especially Jax. Jax can do very well with those items, I think. Especially with Twin Guard to be so strong onto Jax. So now, gonna get a reset in. I have almost 4,000 gold in my kit. So, go back, grab myself Guardian Angel, and now start working towards Sterix. So, as for whether I'm going to build like Twin Guard or not in this match, it really just depends how the flow of the match is going. If like I'm staying in fights for a long time, then I might as well build it. But if not, then there's probably no need to. So I'm trying to get onto this Jax over here. Knock him up a bit. We get a good set ult down. Unfortunately our set goes down, but we're still able to pick up both the Urgot and the Jax. And I actually let the Aurelia have that kill there. I actually like purposefully did not auto the Urgot. And that's because I realized like I need my carries to have some gold on them. So I'm trying to get as much gold onto my teammates as I can. Cause like the thing about Wukong is you really don't need too much gold. You don't need too many kills to like be super effective. Like once you get a little bit of a lead, like you're fine with that just because you rely on crowd control, you know, good chase down. Having a lot of gold on a Wukong is not as good as having a lot of gold on, for instance, a Jinx or like a Samira, a Katarina. And that's something that you kind of need to realize sometimes whenever you're playing like these like bruiser mini tank roles is like you need to provide opportunities for like your teammates to get gold too, because like you will fall off in the late game like a decent amount. Like your teammates do need to pick it up in the late game, and sometimes that's hard for them if like you end up having all the gold. So sometimes in a case like that, like if it's a guaranteed kill, sometimes, you know, if you think you have enough, like if you think you're doing fine, then there really is no need to like just steal the kill and instead just let teammates have it, I guess, so they can get a bit of gold in their kit. But as you can see, like, Wukong's knockups are absolutely insane. Like, look at that chunk damage. I'm trying to save my GA if I can. Seeing if we can get this Urgot over here. They're able to pick him up and now able to get the mid turret. And overall, it's looking pretty good over here. So now we can get the next Rift Herald. And something that I'll say is, like, we don't need everybody here. This is such a waste of time. Is sending 5 people to the Herald. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, is like, my teammates should be going other places, like pushing waves. Like, they can take my jungle too if they want. I don't really care at this point. And then setting up for Dragon, getting resets in. But now notice what some of my teammates do. Notice what the Ezreal and Aurelia are doing now. They didn't even reset, and that's so huge because we're about to have a Dragon fight and my teammates haven't even shopped. So like, even though we're ahead in gold, like, they effectively haven't turned that into items. So like, really, that gold lead is like taking away a decent amount just because my teammates didn't shop. So that's just something to like point out a bit. But I'm trying to get as much poke damage as I can. I'm trying to keep it. That Sona's in such a bad spot over there. I just try and secure this Drake over here. I'm able to get it. And now I'm trying to look for an engage onto the backline over here. Able to get an ult onto some of them, but unfortunately that Urgot ult was able to hit me and I do go down. And looks like the rest of my team also went down too. That was a bit of a sloppy fight, honestly. We were all kind of mispositioned. That Sona was on the other side of pit being chased down by the Jax, and we were all up on the Dragon, and that was just pretty bad positioning. As I said, like, some of us hadn't shopped yet, so we lose a decent amount for that. We're going to lose 2 mid turrets, and that's going to give him a lot of gold, unfortunately. And now got to be able to come back from that, I guess. Yeah, I'm just taking a look at Urgot's abilities. I know them all now, but back then when I was doing this match, still relatively new. But I have been enjoying Wukong the past couple of matches. Like, I have played him a couple times since the new update, and he does really well at matching up with other tanks, because if you're looking for just, like, the thing about, like, Wukong is, like, there aren't really, like, very good counter picks. Like, Wukong is not one of those picks that you can, like, hard counter. So certain picks like Evelyn or like what are some other ones, like Rammus, you could probably hard counter with like Jin Zhao, or like Olaf you can use. But this is probably a bit of an overextend, but trying to grab this, the Jax shows up, and now look at that Jax damage. Like, that Jax damage is absolutely insane. And you can see I'm trying my best to get away, but yeah, even with the exhaust, this Ezreal's getting chunked down. Plus those heals are crazy. Jax is one of the best champions. Like, if you can master Jax, Jax is by far like one of the top champs to like hard carry on. Just because you could do so much with them in terms of like small skirmishes, split pushing. And if you're good with them, you could do well in team fights too if you just pay attention well and like do well. But now Aurelia is trying their best. Unfortunately, our set's pushing the top lane over here. If he was down here, I think they could actually win this fight over here. If Aurelia just had a front line with her. But now I'm on the way back. Maybe I'll be able to get an engage onto him. But don't think I'll be able to catch up to him over here. Yep, they get a bit of movement speed. And now this Jax. I know I can't really kill Jax by myself. I just go onto the backline instead. I'm trying to get these two back here. Seeing if I can pick up the Jinx and the Seraphine. Able to pick up the Jinx at least. And now, yeah, no, this Jax is going crazy on the backline. We're able to pick him up, but now also able to grab this Seraphine over here, and this Urgot's trying to come in for some. But Wukong, very good healing. I actually got my Sterix gauge up, which was very, very clutch timing for that. So he's not able to take me down. We're able to get a couple kills. And that's one thing that I love about Wukong is, like, even if he's low health, like, he's just so slippery. Just because the heals from your first ability, your clone, your third ability actually has a decent amount of chunk damage. or burst damage, so like it catches a lot of people off guard. If you use your third ability plus like first ability, and if you ever clone up, like you can completely turn around these small skirmishes. And over here I don't have mana, so kind of have to reset over here. It took a good second to kill that Urgot, but I think our Sona might be dead. Maybe. Actually, that Sona's doing a decent amount of damage to the Katarina. But now I believe I finished Randuin's, and I think I'm building into Frozen Heart's last item. Just anything to decrease the attack speed of the Jax. Anything to help against all this AD over here. Trying my best to stay alive as long as I can. And now, gotta keep an eye on these objectives over here, because they can definitely, like, speed run these objectives. So now, that Jax is actually, like, he's doing something really smart. He's just pushing all the inhibs one by one. So he's pushing out that top lane over here. That's really good. And he's setting up the waves for like, a good spot, because now if they win a fight, they can just take that top inhib, and then with all three, like, inhibs, like, there probably isn't anything we can do. But now, it looks like they're kind of grouping up around Baron over here. We should be able to stop them if we all come, but they actually do a good job of turning off onto the Baron. So now, I try my best to save my backline. Or save whoever was engaging. I'm trying to track down their backline over here. Able to get the Seraphine over here, and now I'm just trying. Me and Jax are essentially just training. I'm just going onto their backline. He's going onto my backline, and may the best man win, I guess. So now I get both the Jinx and the Seraphine, and now I'm trying to track down this Urgot over here. I see, trying to keep an eye out if somebody's rotating. And unfortunately, that Urgot looks like he's going to get the best of me. That Katarina was able to come in and clean me up, so very unfortunate over there, but oh well, it happens, I guess. But you can kind of see, like, the strength of Wukong. Like, Wukong is still super, super strong, especially if you, like, target focus right. Like, you can see, I took down 2 people on their backline, like, by myself. Plus, I could have took the Urgot if the Katarina, like, didn't show up. That's just, like, the power and the sustain of Wukong. And, that kind of shows, like, for instance, like, if you have, like, Twin Guard on Wukong, like, in a match like this, like, I would for sure build Twin Guard, just because you're in combat for so long, and you're just having so much sustain, so much regen from your first ability that, like, you get so much value from that. But in this match, definitely need both Randuin's and Frozen Heart. Anything to survive. Anything to survive this Jax over here. Bit of a struggle. So, there really are, like, a lot of good defense items that you can kind of build now. Like, there's like a decent amount of options that you can build. You can kind of sell Guardian Angel too. Like, once I get a bit of more gold, I'm just going to start selling my Guardian Angel when it's on cooldown, because, like, I don't get anything from it right now, like, while the passive is on cooldown, or while the active is on cooldown. So once I get a bit more gold, I can kind of sell that. But we just have to be careful of the Jax, honestly. Like, it's very hard to do anything just because I'm kind of me and Seth are the front lines, but, like, without turrets over here, like, we have, yeah, as you can see, like, I was about to say, like, without our front lines being, like, right there, you're just gonna get run down by the Jax. And that's why, like, it's so important to keep these turrets up. And that's something a lot of people don't realize. Like, the map control that they're getting, like, look how much map control they get just because we don't have any turrets in this area. So now, like, I'm trying my best to run away, but we have no warding, and yeah, there's no way we're winning this match, unfortunately. So, an unfortunate ending to a fun match, but there's still a decent amount to learn. Yeah, it's still a fun match to play. It still shows the power of Wukong, so hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, comment down below, and that's gonna be it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video.